This is the third video of the How Do Economists Approach the World playlist. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the role of normative economics. In the previous video, I talked about the role of positive economics. So, what is normative economics? Well, basically, normative economics is the study of what should be and the way the economy ought to work or should work. Remember, positive economics is concerned with facts, what is, how things actually are. Normative economics is concerned with opinions and value judgments, how things should be, and how the economy itself ought to work. So, normative economics, unlike positive economics, considers opinions, beliefs, and statements of what should be or what ought to be. By their very nature, normative economic statements are subjective. That means they are not objective. They are not based on facts. They are based on opinions and beliefs. They express a value judgment about what is perceived desirable and undesirable about the economy, and they cannot be verified or refuted by referring to facts, evidence, or further investigation. Unlike positive economic statements that can be verified or refuted by referring to facts, evidence, or further investigation. So, when someone says that we should tax the rich more, notice the statement starts with should. That's based on an opinion and a belief. Okay, but positive economics would be the tax rate on people earning above $2 million a year is so and so percent. That's a positive economic statement because it's telling you a fact. It's telling you a percentage of tax that is applied to people earning above a certain amount of income. But someone might say this tax rate is too high. Someone might say this tax rate is too low. These are normative statements. These are opinions and beliefs. These are value judgments about whether or not this tax rate is desirable or undesirable. In reality, economic decisions that are taken by decision makers and policymakers are influenced by value judgments, opinions, and beliefs of individuals and societies about what is right or wrong or what is good or bad. Economic decision makers and policymakers cannot just base their decisions on positive economic statements. Value judgments, we are human, we all have opinions and beliefs of what is right or wrong, what is good or bad. Economic decisions are influenced by morals, ethics, cultural values, and beliefs. Now, something that is very relevant to this field of normative economics is the whole understanding the difference between equity and equality. Equity refers to economic fairness in the distribution of scarce resources. So, for example, doctors versus nurses. There's a much bigger supply of nurses than there are doctors because it takes much longer for a doctor to train to become a doctor. There's higher demand and lower supply. Does this justify being paid more? What about disabled parking spots closer to supermarkets? Is this fair? This is seen as something that's more equitable because people with disabilities being able to park closer to the supermarket entrance will be beneficial for them. There are concerns about the vast differences in income and wealth that are caused by the price mechanism in its way of rewarding effort, ability, and wealth creation in free market economies. However, economists are more concerned with equity, not necessarily equality. Equality is a concept concerned with everyone being equal and everyone having equal recognition. It is about social fairness and collectivism. Equality is not really the concern of free market economic systems. It's something you see more in socialist or communist or planned economic systems. So remember, equity is concerned with fairness, equality is concerned with sameness. Okay. And you really need to be able to distinguish between equity and equality. People who call for more equity are calling for more fairness in the distribution of scarce resources. But people who call for more equality, they are calling for more sameness, that everybody gets the same amount of scarce resources, regardless of their effort or ability or their ability to create wealth. Overall, when considered together, Positive economics and normative economics provide decision makers with a clearer understanding of the impact of different policies. So, economic decision makers and policymakers often consider both positive economic statements and normative economic statements so that they can have a clear understanding of the impact of different policies. The two economic methodologies cover actual facts combined with value judgments about equity and equality in formulating and executing policy decisions. So, in real life, policymakers and economic decision makers rely on both positive economics and normative economics to hopefully make good decisions that can benefit the economic agents taking the decision as well as the rest of society.